The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights had earlier urged Egyptian authorities to ensure that the police and the military avoided any excessive use of force. Going on the pictures we've received here, it seems there have not been the scenes of unrest, the clashes that we've seen in previous days. No sign of police officers, just the odd military vehicle around some of the demonstrations.
Their demand is simple: go. Egypt's opposition groups have stepped up their calls for President Hosni Mubarak to quit, as various political factions held meetings in Cairo earlier. The head of Egypt's Al-Wafda party said they would not abandon their demand for Mubarak to resign and would not hold talks until he had done so. Leading opposition figure Mohammed al-Baradei also piled more pressure on the president, saying he had no alternative. Next Friday will be the departure day for Mubarak, who has been in power for 30 years. He has to quit power and also quit the country to free the people. I don't think he wants to see more blood in Egypt. Leading political figure Ayman Noor also took part in today's meeting between Egypt's opposition. The leader of the El Ghad, or Tomorrow party, stood against Mubarak in the 2005 presidential elections. Earlier he explained to Euronews the opposition's position. There will be no negotiations until all the demands of the people have been raised. These are the departure of Mubarak, and that only decisions taken after the 25th of January will be recognised. No negotiations, there will be no negotiations before the President leaves. The government negotiators are 10 people in a committee elected by the People's Parliament and the National Coalition for Change, made up of several parties and political forces. It will be them who will negotiate, but only on the condition that Mubarak goes. Turkey has become the first major Muslim country to call for change in Egypt. Prime Minister Tayyip Erdogan addressed President Hosni Mubarak directly in Parliament, saying the place for a solution to the country's current crisis is at the ballot box. Listen to the outcry and humanitarian demands of the people, he said. Satisfy the desire of the people for transitional change without hesitation. Don't give an opportunity to those with bad intentions to take the initiative. Take steps on behalf of Egypt to ensure peace, security and stability. Take steps to satisfy the people. Prime Minister Erdogan was due to visit Egypt next week, but now says he'll postpone his trip.
The protests in Egypt may be striking a blow for democracy, but they're devastating the country's economy. Fear of looting and violence mean many businesses remain shuttered. The ratings agency Standard & Poor's has just joined Moody's in downgrading Egypt's debt by a notch. S&P said that it could cut the country's rating by a bigger margin within 3 months if the political crisis leads to significant instability. The closure of the banks meant employers weren't able to pay wages at the end of the month. Many cash machines have been smashed by looters. Most others are shut. Egyptians are desperate, this man says. If this continues, how can we live? There's no money left from our salaries. How will we live? How will we eat? The protests have frightened away many holidaymakers. Tourism accounts for more than 11% of the country's GDP. This shopkeeper said, "We used to work in tourism, but after what's happened here, there is no tourism." What do you think the situation is? Well, we get our food from the supermarket. The food in the supermarkets has run out. They're unable to bring any more food, and now we're starving. 1 in 8 Egyptians is employed in the tourism industry. Corruption, oppression and economic hardship are the reasons for the unrest, but for the moment it is creating more hard times.
Jordan has a new prime minister after King Abdullah sacked his former government to calm growing anger in the country. The former premier